Hey Leo, this is Psychic Medium Tammy coming through with a reading for you for the next few days. And I have a really special deck here. It was sent to me as a gift, sort of as a christening of my new channel. And it's the dog deck. I've never used this before, so I'm really excited to do a reading for you with it. And somebody knew I was a dog lover, so thank you so much. So here's your reading, Leo, and I'm going to have to refer to this book that came with it, so bear with me, but I think you're going to really enjoy this. I went ahead and pulled it ahead of time so it wouldn't take quite so long and marked the pages. So we'll see what comes up. So your first card up, Leo, is the card of the Hermit. These are such beautiful cards. I hope you can see them. This is the card of the Hermit, and we're just going to see, you know, the Hermit traditionally has to do with somebody who is kind of staying to themselves. There's a lot of inner wisdom and wanting to just, you know, be alone and that sort of thing. Solitude, introspection, possibly you're meditating. There may be some sort of withdrawal from the world. There's, according to the cards, removing yourself from the distraction of the pack. That's sometimes needed to more clearly listen to your own inner voice. Deep questions fill your thoughts. A retreat to explore those questions can help you gain true insight. It also says being a lone wolf all the time isn't good for anyone. So completely cutting yourself off from society, which I think sometimes Leo has a tendency to do, can leave you isolated and lonely without a healthy perspective to temper your own voice. So just beware of isolation, exile, and being too cynical, depression, avoidance, and some things like that, okay? So that's the first card up. That's what's significant for you. The next card that's coming up is called the Mage, or the Mage. Makes me think of a little dog I knew of named Maisie. So there's the picture. This is showing up as the conflict card a little bit. So in most decks, this would be the Fool. And so it's having to do with new pathways and let's just take these out as I go. So this is having to do with whatever undertaking you will find success if you use abilities you have with a positive attitude. And right now, you're the master of ceremonies for your life. You already knew how to get what you want out of life. And when you use all the tricks in your toolbox, you don't need to beg. You can just make it happen. This is so cute. I love this deck. And it's saying this card has to do with willpower, action, manifestation, resourcefulness, wit, skill, power, success, and focus. And it can also come along with some mental confusion or being unfocused or trickery. This little dog does look like it could be tricky. So this is kind of your crossing card. I mean, it's not a bad crossing card, but there's something there about your willpower and manifesting and resourcefulness, maybe to the point that it causes some sort of a conflict in your life. And maybe that resonates with you, and we'll see what comes, you know, as we go further. The next card up is the Ten of Sky, and it is reversed. Here's the picture. The Ten of Sky. 1 second here. Okay, the Ten of Sky has to do with loss and betrayal, feeling like you've been stabbed in the back over something. It also means the worst is over. It can mean the phoenix rising from the ashes, and I feel like that goes to some of you that's exactly how you're feeling, and it is upside down. So it's more the reversed meaning of a new beginning, releasing old wounds, and things like that. So that's kind of what's hanging over your aura at the moment. And the next card up is this Justice card. It came up reversed. You can see that. When it's reversed, it's feeling like things aren't fair. You know, it's feeling like these old wounds went to a situation that just wasn't fair. It wasn't balanced. It's something you didn't want to have happen. Yeah, consequences. some sort of bias, perhaps, someone being maybe dishonest with you, corruption, prejudice, injustice, false charges. It goes to a lot of things like that, and it is coupled with this feeling of loss and sadness and kind of being stabbed in the back about something. And I even feel like this could, never mind, I'm not supposed to go there. So let's go to your past card. Sorry, I had to just skip right over that one, sorry. So the Six of Fire, this is your past influences, okay, for Leo, past influences, Six of Fire. Let's find it. Here we go, Six of Fire. This is saying you've achieved a goal and now the accolades come pouring in. Who doesn't love a pat on the back for a job well done? Due to your victory, others may look to you as a leader in your field, and it feels great to have the crowd cheering for you as your confidence soars. Use that feeling to continue forward, but don't sit on your laurels. Keep being awesome. So that's a really cool card. There's also, you know, the flip side of this, and I feel like this is the part for some of you that's going into the past, is maybe there was unrecognized efforts on your part that you were helping someone with that just wasn't appreciated. Again, this is something that's happened already that is going into your past. It says the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Don't let success go to your head. This can also come with jealousy. Take the high road and maintain your honor and dignity. And I know that you Leos are definitely doing that because that's how Leos are. But I do feel like there was this situation here where you've gone through some loss the last few years, and recently, kind of over a period of time, there's been a situation of loss in your life. And things have felt out of balance due to that. And you're just feeling like, is the universe against me? Why does all this bad stuff keep happening to Leo? You know, losing people or feeling betrayed, or systems that are out of your control, if you follow me, you know, forcing people to do things that they wouldn't ordinarily do on their own. And, you know, there's been a lot of outside influences having to do with Leo. So please just read between the lines on that one. I'll leave it right there. So coming up in your near future, this is the Death card. And this is having to do with new beginnings. I'm going to look up more of this. Hold on one second. Okay, so it says here, usually not literal death. And I think a lot of you have already lost people to literal death, some of you. And that's part of this going into the past here. So this card is not having to do with literal death, okay? It's having to do with change that can seem scary, and it's okay to discard the pain of what no longer serves us in order to move into the light of the next adventure. It says, leave the past behind you. The lessons you learned are part of you, but this is a time of renewal and transformation. So leave those buried bones behind and embrace what lies ahead. Transformation, renewal, necessary change and ending, rebirth, elimination of debris, moving on, and transition. So this is in your near future, Leo. Next we have, this is in your more extended future, the Four of Fire. And here's the card. Now it did come up reversed, the Four of Fire. So let's see what the Four of Fire has to do. Okay, the Four of Fire, it says, on a day bright and clear, we've come upon 4 upright posts, topped with torches and an inviting canopy. And underneath, the 2 dogs lie together. So they have great satisfaction. They have friends and family. They dance as if dragging more of the flowers and the garland around because it's showing them playing. Okay. Now it says you don't really need a reason to celebrate, just do it. Make time to enjoy those you love and your community. It's a time of stability and good fortune. And when it's reversed, it says, have you been forgetting to enjoy life? And I think that that's true, you know, with Leos. I feel it very strongly right now that there's been some family tension. There's been loss that I mentioned earlier. There have been situations that have been out of your control. You may have lost people or pets that you were very close to over the last few years, just things completely out of your control, and you're wondering if the universe is just like totally against you. What it's saying here is to look around at those you care about, and if there's a communication problem, and this includes dogs, now is the time to remedy that. No matter your situation, there's something to appreciate. Focus on that, celebrate even the little triumphs, and more will come your way. And again, this can have to do with being a little antisocial, you know, going back to this Hermit card that I pulled. The very first card up was the Hermit card, of kind of staying to yourself and inner wisdom and things like that. So again, those two kind of go together, and you may want to try to push back against that a little bit so you don't get stuck in that, I think is what these cards are saying. Okay, so your next card up, this is how people see you, is the Seven of Fire. It's a cute little card. Let's see, Seven of Fire. Okay. Thanks for your patience as I look these up. It's hard going with a brand new deck. Did we get Seven of Fire? Where is Seven of Fire? 1 second. Fire. Not sure I looked this one up. Fire puppy. Okay. All right. So your Seven of Fire reversed. Seven of Fire reversed for Leo. Sometimes life just presents too many challenges, and it's hard to deal with, leaving you feeling drained and vulnerable. So you may be feeling this right now, Leo, that you're just kind of drained, and it says pick your battles wisely, knowing some fights aren't worth it or not winnable. It says your key words here are retreat, feeling worn down, like your defenses are down, and you're just kind of over it. I just get the sense of, let me out. I'm ready to like move on to something better here. And let's see what else is going. I'm sorry, I did hold up the wrong card. This is the one we're looking at right now. Okay. All right, so the next card up is the Sea Puppy. And this is going to be your hopes and fears card, the Sea Puppy. So cute. The Sea Puppy looks like a little golden doodle playing with a starfish. There it is. You can see it. Okay. So the Sea Puppy has to do with a new creative enterprise that's on the horizon for you. Your intuition is a buzz right now, grabbing your attention and pulling you toward adventure. Be free to roam through all the new possibilities, using your imagination to its fullest. Your emotions may bubble up easily at this time, and that's okay. Just go with it. Don't be surprised if you receive some happy news from loved ones. The key words here are creativity, new beginnings, curiosity, emotions, optimism, artistic, and happy news. And I know for sure a lot of you Leos are artists and very much in your emotions, in your heart energy, very visual, very artistic, very creative sign. So this is really interesting, and this is definitely one of the things that's showing up here as if it's part of your hopes that you want more of this artistic creativity to come in, and I can tell you it's there, it's coming. Okay, your final outcome for today is the Earth Guardian. It's a beautiful card. It's like some kind of a herding dog. Okay, Earth Guardian. Where is Earth Guardian? Okay, so the Earth Guardian has to do with that you're pleased to do work that you enjoy. You have a method and you figured out the best way to do things that work for you. You're perfectly comfortable taking responsibility for things and making sure everything conforms to the plan. The patience to continue until a task is completed defines your method and your steadfast nature. So the key words for your Earth Guardian, which is your final outcome, Leo, in this particular reading, is the daily grind might be getting to you. If you feel like there's too much repetition in your daily life, try a new route or a new way of doing things. Don't get overworked. There's a real warning here. Don't get overworked. Make sure that others realize and appreciate all that you do. There's responsible, structured, loyal, trustworthy, patient, protective, and steadfast with Leo. And this is your final outcome. Now, I pulled an overview card. This is really interesting. This is the Sky Alpha Female. This is your overview, Leo, for today. Last card. Thanks for your patience while I looked up these beautiful cards because I haven't learned the new meanings on some of these yet. So, this beautiful Sky Alpha Female dog. This is your courage and intelligence to make you a cool customer. You have an uncanny ability to see through a scheme and get to the root of an issue. You're an excellent communicator, and although you tend to keep others at a distance, sometimes you have a good outlook on life based upon logic and reason. You hold no illusions about seeing things as they really are. And I know my Leos are very much, very intuitive. You really do see through things. You know, you're not going to be tricked by things. You're not going to be lied to. It's like you see right through it for sure. Your analytical nature can come off as cold and uncaring sometimes if you're not careful. Pure intellect can be off-putting to others and lead you into a narrow-minded view. While casting your eyes over a situation, apply some compassion along with clear insight. But again, this card came up. I mean, for some of you, that may apply. But overall, the energy is the positive aspect of this alpha female, the Sky Alpha Female. And she very much is just very calm and kind of reserved and kind of just watching what's going on and has great insight. Very discerning, very perceptive, and very strong. And of course, Leo is a very strong sign. So I hope that made a lot of sense to you all today. I hope you resonated with this reading. Again, thank you for the gift of these cards to my friend who sent them because they're really beautiful. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and please share, please subscribe. And I hope to see you all again soon. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a good day.